Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time once again for some more Lost Eidolons. I think perhaps this camp might call for a somewhat more somber mood than other recent camping occasions. Alas, General Isoro has fallen in battle, and once again I have the objective of going to Ballastar's tent. If this camp is anything like the last one, I can safely go to Ballastar's tent. And now that I have 60 leadership points instead of 50, I can participate in 4 camp activities, or free activities and free gifts. And I do have free gifts. So that's on the positive side. I also have to sort out a sparring match with Andrea. I should probably try to do that at some point soon. Looking at the map, I haven't been placed right outside Ballastar's tent, and he doesn't seem to be present in the area. It would seem that Ballastar is aggressive, he's forceful, he is both eager and willing to use force to get what he wants. But when wounded, he retreats away to be on his own, into isolation, and either works through it or makes the whole situation much worse. He does seem to be becoming a more harsh and tyrannical character over the last few chapters, and we want to watch that. Marshall is probably right here. Yes, she's right there in her tent. If we go see her, will it assume the aftermath of this? Quite possibly. The task to organise a training session with Andrea, who's not here in the training grounds, is a hangover from the last camp. And this is our last opportunity to do so. So that will be one of our one of our camp activities. Robert has something to report, so we want to go see him. Clara and Johanna are here, which is to be expected after the last story section. And perhaps I was a little harsh on Clara. When the whole scheme was proposed to General Isoro, it was Clara and Johanna who spoke out against it, thinking either in the king's best interest or Isoro's best interest, their own self-interest predominantly, but thinking if I do well by this person, they'll do well by me later on. So, while she is extremely self-interested and highly mercenary, she may occasionally do things that aren't purely in her own self-interest, for personal benefit further down the line. So she can see ahead. She's not completely blinded by her greed. I'm not going to say that means she's in some way redeemable, but it was also Clara and Johanna who came and warned us that General Isoro was in danger, and us rushing to his assistance did not place us in some kind of ambush. Obviously we know who's going to get the second camp activity. So that's Andrea, Robert, and possibly one other person and free gifts. Looking at the camp, we have Clara, Johanna and Robert here. Could arguably all take part in the speech of the tactics. Sarah is here. Last time she was there, she's been away from her cooking station for 2 camps in a while now. Also Marshall is here, so no meals. Karin, probably no extra special things. Leon's down there. We've got Dahlia here who can train. Dahlia isn't interested in any sort of personal relationship. She's pretty much strictly business, so we don't need to waste boosting rapport on her. At least not on this playthrough. which leaves this area. Leonard has a picture of a carrot. It says stables, probably where all the horses are kept, which means I imagine Robin will be spending a lot of his time here in future. Also, the things Robert wants to report will probably be to do with the stables being opened. This carrot, which looks like it might be on the end of a stick, indicates some kind of new camp activity, like feeding the horses. And Leonard having it on him implies there may be some mandatory camp activity through a side quest here that we should hold back leadership points for. I also have some yellow conversations to explore this time round. So let's read through a few of these before we do, because we've only got like 4, right? With a Viper sigil and not much else, House Vipont is a house in name only, and has no members save for General Caspar. Nonetheless, it wields tremendous power over the peoples of Artemesia. Though he was instrumental to the unification and subsequent command of the Imperial forces, little is known about Caspar's early years. All that is known for certain is that Caspar was born a commoner in Le Royeur, and earned his fortune with the blood of others, and is the last living commander who actually fought alongside Emperor Ludivictus, for which he does look quite young. In recent months, Caspar was appointed High Commander of the Imperial Army, following the execution of his predecessor, Gustav Serassus, for unnamed treason. If we go have a look again at General Caspar, for a man who was an active commander in a war 20 years ago, and a skilled general coming up with good tactics 20 years ago, most of that comes from experience. He looks like he's in his maybe late 40s at the latest, late 30s at the earliest. Looks like 37 to... If he's lived really well, looked after himself, not done a lot of physical work and stuff, he could be like 48, 49, maybe in his very early 50s. His hair and beard, the fair tone looks young. The light adding a bit of grey here at the side means it could be dyed, which would be an interesting choice for a man of his age and standing. Maybe he's looking young to impress the troops and make them feel confident in his capability, rather than for any sort of personal vanity. If it is personal vanity, that might be something we could use against him in some way. Somehow. Also, it strikes me that if King Abramo is indeed an enemy of the rebellion and an enemy of Benario, he could possibly be the Emperor. We've been informed that the Emperor has retreated from public view. We've also learned that the Emperor was seeking a way to extend his life indefinitely, and perhaps Abramo could be some kind of soul vessel containing the Emperor himself, and he's just decided to win the war this way and rule without people suspecting. He's like, oh yes, my empire, well, I'll just have my empire in the end anyway and carry on ruling, and no one will be the wiser. I think that's an unlikely path for this road to go down, but one I would like to bear in mind as a distinct possibility. For as long as wars have been fought, there have been those who come home changed, experiencing effects such as altered personality, abrupt mood changes and nightmares. In ancient times, such afflictions were believed to be the work of evil spirits, best treated with prayer. Since the abolishment of the church, views have begun to evolve. Interesting use of the word evolve, implying it's an improvement rather than just a move in a direction. Today this condition is sometimes known as the battle quiet, and it is possible to find at least a few afflicted individuals in nearly any village in Artemesia. Those who suffer from it tend to live on the outskirts of society, whether by choice or exclusion, and cope in a variety of unhealthy ways, like dependence on drink. Whether the battle quiet is the work of spirits or something much more mundane, the official position of the Empire is not to acknowledge any such condition, and those who do are often maligned as rebel sympathizers. As a result, little is known about its cause, though many healers fear it is becoming a greater problem with every passing year. Let's move towards Ballastar's tent, and hope that whatever awaits us there will not be too damning. You'll notice Eden seems to carry a great shadow around in his lower body space between his legs. The shadow is not cast over the ground, but rather exists from the knees down and a little bit above, so that in whichever way the camera is rotated, the shadow appears to be cast either forwards or back. When we go sideways, the shadow is thinner, not going so much to the front or back. So it's like a physical manifestation of darkness about him. I have not yet fully ascertained if other moving characters also do this in camp, as static characters do not quite appear to do so. They don't need to, they don't move. They could have static shadows, but I don't believe they do. And while patrolling camp, I should be on the lookout for things to pick up, objects to interact with, things that may give me new topics of conversation. Any open tent is fair game for exploration. Now what happens? As long as we have Commander Ballastar on our side, we'll be fine. Losing his uncle must have been a real shock. I wonder what he'll do next. Yes, there is uneasy speech among the soldiers. I would not yet say there is dissent among the ranks, but we do want to have a care. I could have gone and spoken to Marshall before coming this way, but I chose not to, in the hope that I will still get to have a camp session this time.
Not in his tent. Maybe the operations area?
Okay. So is he perhaps... I mean, it's like shell shock, isn't it, essentially? Although now they call it, like, post-traumatic stress disorder or something. He is most definitely not in his tent. Now, heading round this way will get us to do almost a full circuit of the camp. This will take us to Robert and onwards to the stables, or the eating area, where the food vendors and merchants ply their trades. Speaking of food vendors and merchants, I'm starting to get a bit peckish. I had a bite to eat earlier, but it wasn't quite to my taste. I wasn't able to stomach it and finish it off fully. I had some. This almost looks... No, it's like some kind of grain or something. It looked like there might have been a sheet of parchment on top there. Something to interact with later, perhaps. Let's check in on Karen while we're here. See what she has to say for us. If I am correct, she'll have very little...
Hiya.
Yeah, gift or nothing. Not even a simple conversation.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. You're always extremely grateful. I don't believe it's politeness. But hey. Well then, it is with a heavy heart we tread away from Ballastar's tent, knowing that... Now, this is twice in a row he's been unavailable to see us. Made himself too busy. If he was busy in the previous camp doing something before his sorrow turned up, do we think he... Right. Do we think he personally was involved in setting up that ambush? I doubt it. That doesn't quite seem his way. I also feel that when Ballastar rode off to save the general, and Eden was stuck there with his army saying, "But look, these guys are right here, we can just kill them and then come catch you up." That didn't quite feel like Eden's style, to say, "Yeah, look, we'll just kill these unimportant people." I suppose his army had been spotted, so the enemies would still light the beacon, and reinforcements would come. I also think reinforcements should have continued to come for 2 or 3 turns after the beacon was extinguished, because the soldiers would still be on the way from elsewhere. And with the beacon extinguished, I don't think that the ones who were coming would immediately turn around and go back. They'd turn around to check everything was safe, ask what was going on, have it explained by all the soldiers there, including ones who already came to check out the signal, and then depart. Let's see what's on the prestige quest board while we're here. Create a training plan. Complete a training plan. Why has this not completed? I definitely did this. Do I have to completely clear it out and do a new one entirely? I'm not sure. Feels very odd that this did not complete. The bandit problem is getting worse. We need to do something about it. It might be challenging, but if we can smash one of their hideouts, it should help our reputation with the locals. Defeat 20 bandits. That might not be all in one optional battle. That might be across 2 or maybe 3 optional battles. But it probably could be done in one very large one. Urgent. Lost writing. If you find any scribbly looking papers somewhere around the eastern side of the lodgings area, bring them to me right away. Warning, do not read them. I mean it. Francisco. Find the document Song for Hullisburg on the eastern side of the lodgings area and deliver it to Francisco. That should be relatively simple. Also urgent. Means we probably need to do this fairly soon. Public support. Some of the nearby villages have been greatly depleted by the war and monster attacks. Helping them out would increase our prestige. Purchase 5 supply crates and deliver them to the Taskmaster. That should be fairly easy to do. And that is 18 prestige points, which would take us to 64. The available has gone to 75 instead of 60 now. Interestingly. And now I need to step away very briefly. Be back quite soon. There we go, I'm back. That was just something that did urgently need dealing with. I knew it would, and I knew I could deal with it quickly. This time, I imagine Elias will have words with us. He may even share some thoughts. Or even concerns. Now, he tends to keep his personal thoughts to himself, maybe more about his business. Guillermo repositioned his forces in the river. He seems like he's heading back to Lenore. Alright. What could he be doing back there?
Do you happen to know where Ballastar is? I went to his tent, but it was empty.
You can't imagine what he's going through right now. Unless it's absolutely urgent, I suggest you give him a wide berth.
Fine. Then is there anything I can do to help? Seeing you two work so hard makes me want to do the same.
I think we've got things covered here. If you have nothing better to do, why not head to the field kitchen and fill your stomach? The way things are going, you'll need all the energy you can get.
Now, Sarah is not in the kitchen. Perhaps we should ask her why not. Yep, he's got nothing to say to us. Again, he has little time for us. Ah, Gilbert's here as well. Let's see what he's up to. Been displaced from the tactics tent, so it seems like that isn't a place he will always be. And I'm just gonna check over here in case there's anything interesting in there. There was not.
Need something?
You look like you're deep in thought. I am. Terrible thing what happened, and it's left us to do. So, yeah, I can't believe his sorrow's gone. I don't know if our luck's gone bad or if it was rotten all along and we just couldn't see it. In war, defeat isn't random. It's a consequence. Luck's got nothing to do with it. It's about choices and who makes them. I know you're right, but then there's no use dwelling on it. These things happen and we can't let something like it happen again, no matter who's in charge.
Right.
I'll keep that in mind, bearing in mind that the person who's in charge may often be me.
Need something?
We can gift or camp activity.
Thank you kindly.
So he is a potential candidate. I got a really dry throat. We have optional battle and a written document. We also have Robert here, who seems to... No, come on, right here. Yes.
Yeah? Captain, we're getting some reports about bandits. Since the High Commander's death, all sorts of shady characters have come out of the woodwork.
Good. We can deal with them all at once. I don't think the other commanders have the time to investigate, so I'll handle it myself.
Do you think it's wise for the Vice Commander to leave camp while Ballastar's away? I think it would be best if we left this task to someone like Clara.
Ooh.
Honestly, I don't know if Clara's in top form right now either. But, alright. I can step in later if she needs a hand.
She's fallen from favor somewhat recently with Ballastar.
Yeah?
Right, let's have this special yellow conversation. Robert, what are you standing around here for?
My mistake.
Just, you know, waiting to get something to eat. You look like you're watching Sarah. Are you waiting for her to talk to her or something?
No.
No, it's nothing like that. What's got into you? You're never this cagey. Wait, you wouldn't happen to be scrutinizing her cooking now, would you?
Let me think about it.
Nothing escapes your gaze, Captain. So, what's this about? Are you jealous she took over?
I'm not so sure about that.
No. I'll be the first to admit she's done a much better cooking job of it than me. My camp deserves food they can enjoy, instead of just tolerate. Don't beat yourself up over it. Cooking for an army is a tall order. Sarah's got a knack for it. But you're a good cook too, you know? Gods only know how you managed to keep us so well fed. You guys would have eaten anything I made.
Well...
Hey, don't sell yourself short. Even Sarah can't compete to you when it comes to gamey stuff like El
Thank you.
Capone stew. Maybe so. Thanks, Cap. Huh, El Capones. when I think of all the trouble we've gotten into trying to catch those creatures. Remember that one Robin missed with the net and then it almost killed him? I had to chuck a whole bag of gold to distract it. Oh, I remember. I also remember spending half the night on my hands and knees picking up coins. Anyway, you don't have to stop cooking just because you're not... Yeah, that's true. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you and Sarah whip up some El Capone stew together at some point? I'm sure she'd love your recipe. That's not a bad idea. Though that does mean we'd have to go out and catch a few first. Oh, I'm sure you'll manage just fine. That whizzed past, and I didn't get to read half of that. Again, if these aren't going to be voiced, could we please have some time to read them? That was... Let's just get its attention, as he's trying to find it all. Some of these lines, they disappear way too quickly.
Yeah?
And let's handle this topic of conversation. Seems like we're grasping in the dark now. Yeah, right now Elias and Guillermo are basically leading the whole army. Between the two of them, I think we'll avoid any immediate crisis. Well, that's just a temporary measure. Sooner or later, we'll need a new High Commander. That'll be Ballastar, I imagine. We'll get through this, Captain. We have to. I literally said it! I literally said it. And what does that have to tell you about me and Robert? Why Armies Fail by Alexandre Bayardin, one of the two lesser noble houses. The rapid implosion we've seen repeatedly throughout history. There are many theories to explain this, rooted in cold logistics, but such theories fail, according to writers like Verno, to account for the spiritual aspects of war. In Verno's view, an army is a mass of citizens driven to violence by common purpose. He argues that an army is composed of three parts: body, head, and soul. The body is the soldiery, the head leadership, and the soul whatever binds them. Verno argues that each part is subject to internal frictions. Soldiers differ on methods, commanders argue tactics and philosophy. The binding purpose loses its power to compel as time and loss takes their toll. By this logic, the answer to our titular question seems obvious. Armies fail because they are inherently unstable endeavours, held together only by success. But constant success is impossible, a false idol, an imaginary ideal. Losses happen. Failures cascade. Factions fall out. In the best case, this happens in the aftermath of victory. In the worst case, it happens suddenly, ensuring defeat. Verno concludes, every war is a race against time and the inevitable movement where all the hard questions you've been putting off unite to demand an answer. And the inevitable moment in which all the hard questions you've been putting off unite to demand an answer, surely. Interesting. Well, we have an optional battle. And two people we can speak to. Now, Johanna, I believe, is some kind of battle mage. Who is... That would be the Taskmaster on the map there. Let's double check this. Not here. Assign the task to Clara. What, is she going to automatically turn it down? Is she going to ask us to come and help her? If so, it's a new way of introducing a an optional mission.
Hello. Thanks.
Let's speak first to her mistress. It's the right thing to do.
Well, well. Look who it is.
You don't look too good. Are you here to chew me out like your pal Ballastar did earlier? What? No! Oh, I see. You want to relish for a moment, huh? Big, tough Clara can't even protect one old man. Go on, laugh it up.
Nope.
I'm not here to gloat.
Whoa.
Well, if you're trying to comfort me, you can save it. I'm a big girl. I don't need to dust off my feelings just because a job went bad. Isn't that really what this war is to you? A job? You have a problem with that? No, it just seems like you're taking it pretty personally. For a job. Of course I'm taking it personally. That old geezer was my meal ticket. Okay, Clara, if you say so.
Well, well. Look who it is.
Look, I got something else to say with you while I'm here.
News of Isoro's death has reached the countryside. Now we've got bandit problems. I can't just leave camp right now. Do you think you could take care of it for me?
I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm up for it right now.
No worries. I'll figure something out. You just take care of yourself.
Here, take this.
A dagger?
Obviously.
I'm just surprised. Most of your gifts come with strings.
Just think of it as my way of apologizing. Sorry I can't be more help.
Well, I'm not one to say no to free stuff. Thanks. I'll put it to good use.
So for one, I appreciate her honesty. The gift of the dagger could imply I'm supposed to kill myself, or that I'm supposed to murder someone else.
Well, well. Look who it is.
Clara likes... Well, she is a mercenary, so she'll probably like this, right? If I give her this, hopefully she'll like that.
Thanks.
She did. That was a sizable boost. And Johanna is some kind of battle mage, so she'll probably like the spellbook.
Hello.
Let's see how she's doing first. How are you doing? After what happened, I mean. I hope you and Clara aren't being too hard on yourselves. If you're trying to make me feel better after what Ballastar said, don't bother. Words once spoken can't be taken back.
I'm listening.
What do you mean? When Isoro said he wanted to lead the charge, Clara and I knew it was a mistake. We tried to change his mind, but we failed. Now his blood is on our hands.
No.
What happened wasn't your fault. Isoro made his choices.
I see.
With all due respect, you weren't there. I know you're just trying to help, but please, don't. Fine, I'll leave you alone then. I just didn't want to regret not saying anything. And I'd also like to give you this before I go. And that got us a small boost there. She does have 3 layers, which means she may be recruitable. Clara's still down here, and we should probably try boost her to above Dahlia. I want to hold off on any camp activities and mass leadership expenditure until I've... Well, we got our optional side battle now. Until I have checked out all the possibilities around camp and know what's available. Let's head off down here. And so Robert didn't tell me about this new section of camp. Let's go in there and see what we can find. While our feet pass through that unfeasibly large rock. If it was smaller, it would have been a little more believable. Lavana is here, near the horses, possibly tuning into their ways of thinking. Andrea is here as well. That's plenty of horses. Well now, Missy, what brings you here? You got a yellow conversation and everything.
You.
Chat while horse training, that's the carrot, all right.
Hi there.
Can I ask you a question?
Agreed.
As you wish. It seems like you don't have strong eyesight, but you move around camp like it's no issue. I have my challenges, but there are other ways to see. My eyes do not serve me, so I rely on my other senses.
Well...
Could I ask you to explain a bit more? I'm a bit ignorant when it comes to things like that.
Huh.
All creatures and things exude their own auras. Spellcasters must learn to sense such things. I simply do so more keenly than others. I'm not sure I understand. How long have you been able to sense energy like that? Long enough that I can care to elaborate, but I suppose that too was fate.
I'm listening.
Did you teach yourself how to do it? Yes, though I learned a great deal from my mother. She taught me that no matter how much one sees, there is always more to be learned. That true perception is not an innate skill, but result of effort expanded... Should that should be expended. Perhaps that's why... I would be happy to discuss such things more with you in the future.
Alright.
Yeah, I'd like that too, I think. May fate smile upon you, Eden. And perhaps at some point those dialogue lines will remain on screen long enough for us to read. Good grief, but that one was flighty. So, I simply do so more keenly than others. I can scarce remember else. There is always more to be learned, but result of effort expended to listen. Yes, expended, not expanded. That's correct. More to do in fiction. Okay. Now that didn't give a rapport boost, did it? We just learned a little more about her.
My humblest gratitude.
Now. Okay, she gets the carrot, which means Leonard has nothing but the carrot. It also means we might not need to carrot anyone while we're here. But we should seek out Robin while we're here and see if he wants anything of us. Okay, we're literally not getting in this way. Hector's here as well, I see. Well, okay. Robin may still command us to, like, go talk to Leonard and get him a bit more friendly with the horses or something.
Yeah?
Are you looking for a good horse? What, are you stalking me? Find a hobby. Just doing my job. Anyway, have you your eyes on anyone in particular? Not sure. What exactly makes a good horse? Do you have any specific traits in mind? Sturdy and fast would probably be best. If I had 2 horses like that, Sarah and I could go anywhere we wanted. Oh, I see. What's with the face? I'm just kidding. If I was planning to run off, I would have done it by now. Yeah, I guess I should be grateful you feel comfortable enough to mess with me. Not necessarily. Hector has not changed his outfit. Come to hear me whine about how sad I am? No, but you should be honest with yourself at least. You owe Isoro that much. Whatever. Piss off. Like the rest of Ballastar's crew, Hector doesn't seem to like me very much. Could it be because of my humble upbringing? Or something else? Oh, hello, there's something on the floor over there. Well, the ground. Right by Robin. I should pick it up. Dear Pavlo. Hey there. I hope things are well with you. Not sure why I got the urge to write, but here I am. How are things back home? Business as usual. I hope the war hasn't reached Luneta. Our village has no place in the war. We're doing okay here. Winning all our battles anyway. We've come a long way from being simple country mercenaries. Now we're the army of Benario. Can you believe that's what we call ourselves? I thought it sounded so great. What a joke. I just wish things could go back to how they were. I miss our simple life, but I think maybe some things there's no coming back from. Please keep everyone safe. If you see any soldiers, Imperials or not, just take everyone and run. You can't trust anyone but each other now. Maybe not even that. Burn this letter. Don't write back. Robin. Oof.
Hi there.
Robin, I saw the stables. They look good.
Glad all my research is paying off.
You? Studying? I still can't believe it.
I know. I surprised myself. Your mind must be blown. But still, theory is just theory. It takes a lot of work to put into practice. Hey, speaking of practice, think you could help me out a little?
Here we go.
I don't know much about horses, but I'll help if I can.
Leadership points.
That's terrific. Want to help me train these guys?
Chat with Robin at the stables and select the conversation topic. How to train horses. And that's red instead of yellow. Why is it red? Well, let's do it anyway.
Hi there.
There is no conversation topic, how to train horses. I suppose they mean chat while horse training.
Aw, thanks.
It's literally not there. Let's imagine it's a translation issue. We could do with a rapport boost of him anyway. So it's nice in a way that Eden and Robert encouraging Robin to follow his own pursuits has led him to something that he likes, that he's now engaging in. I love the smell of the stables, don't you? Ah, here we are. There is the topic. It could have maybe been a little more clear.
Aw, thanks.
It's nice seeing you pitch in around here, Cap. I'm still getting the hang of all this. You've been doing a lot of research, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've learned a ton. For example, did you know horses are a lot like people? Well, how's that?
Hey, yeah.
Well, they get excited when they're praised and get all sulky if you nag them. You can't be too gentle or too firm. Gotta strike just the right balance. What's that phrase? Carrot and stick? Wow, you really have been learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it. Although the stables seem a little dirty, you should probably take a break from reading and clean up around here. Yeah, you got me. Probably should. Wait a minute. Did you just use carrot and stick on me? Ah. You're just catching on now? I'm going to stay a little longer and, yeah, you know, do a bit of work around here first. And now we have a golden conversation. It's nice to see our friendships blossoming. Ooh, nice little double there.
Hi there.
I think that should do it.
Thanks, Cap. You were a huge help. Oh, by the way, I found a horse that would be perfect for you. Why don't you give him a try?
Lamprechtian stallion. Isn't a lamprecht like a lamprey, like an eel or something? However, I suppose we could give it a try. There we go. Rare. No, no. I mean, it's either supposed to modify our health or defenses somewhat as well, downwards, as a payoff for the speed.
Hi there.
Before I go,
Sure.
hey Robin, what are you up to?
Hi there.
Hey Cap. I was just evening the legs on this chair. Some of the seating around here is practically falling apart. Seeing you like that takes me back. You and Robert were always working on some project or another back at the hideout.
Right.
That's because the rest of you were always breaking stuff. Half the furniture in this place was held together with glue and hope. We were even rougher on things before you two came along. Francisco especially. I don't know what he does to them. It's like a chair killed his family or something. Even when we first got that pest control job near your workshop, I thought the pay seemed rotten. Shows what I know. Some investments... Yeah, hang on, did you take us in just so you could get free company? Now that I think about it, we probably did more repairs on Luneta than we ever did back home. Hey, come on, you know it's not like that. I knew you guys were mercenary material the second I saw you fight. I know, I'm just kidding, Cap. Gods know Robert and I fought enough monsters back then, stupid formicants. Still though, I never imagined we'd become real-life heroes for hire. Now here we are in the middle of a revolution. Life really is a mystery. Do you regret joining us? No, never. Meeting you guys is the best thing that ever happened to me. It's been rough sometimes, but all the things I've learned, all the people I've gotten to help. If I had to do it all again, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. Now get back to work. That chair won't fix itself. Yes, sir. And he appears to have another topic for conversation.
Hi there.
Which might be a check up on stuff topic. Let's see. Robin, everything going all right?
Aw, thanks.
Yeah, thank you for earlier. The stable is faring so much better. Since I'm already here, let me know if you need anything. Will do. Take good care of the horses for me, won't you? Okay, good, that was it. So, Leonard appears to have no conversation here, and just be a chat while training opportunity. I may even be able to chat across the fence with him.
What is it?
At
Thank you.
35, we're at our solitary remaining gift and 2 camp activities. Let's head out to the training ground. A field kitchen also wants our attention, so sure, it's right here. And Sarah is missing and not cooking at the moment. Merton's here. What is it? He doesn't want to talk. He's in touch with the sort of gothic feeling of the world, the weather, the environment itself, echoing the moods of people. It all just seems so gloomy and dull. A good time for mourning. Imagine it was a bright, sunny, cheery day. We'd get angry and pissed off, as if the world was not respecting our grief. Cromit, a new cook's assistant. A soldier called Ashley? Hello. There's a big conversation. Oh god, it's Chelcia. A voiced conversation with Chelcia, and Godfrey's here too. Oh, he's supposed to come here and get slagged off by her. Let's better put up with it then, I suppose.
Chelcia, did you eat yet?
Mind your own business.
I know you're upset. There's no reason you need to treat people like that. The Empire is strong enough. There's no sense fighting each other.
You don't get it. That man was like a father to us. You can't even comprehend what we're feeling right now. Nobody needs your sunny farm boy act right now. Just get lost.
Pretty much the way Ballastar's entire company's been acting to us the whole time, even when they didn't have a great loss to grieve. And my tummy's rumbling, apparently. Get lost. He doesn't even want to talk either. Okay, well, we came to this area. Not a lot here. And Gabriel's up here, taking an interest in the arms and armour of the camp. He might have Ranger as a potential affinity, so maybe he's interested in the fletching and the boyo's work.
Yes?
Okay, just gift or nothing.
I give you my deepest gratitude.
What have we here? These are the same two as last time. I recognise them. Oh, let's check in on Sarah while we're here. And since Salma, the rare goods merchant, has come every 2 camps, maybe next time she can give us a load of gifts for Dane. We won't be able to get him up to recruitable yet.
This'll go a long way.
But he's about 2/3 of the way already. I imagine she's going to be feeling downcast yet again.
Hello.
She's been having a rough time of it lately. It would be nice to give her a gift. What do we get? Oh, we got the leather work. Leon would like that. Hey, Sarah. Eden, I was just thinking about you. How are you holding up? I know you and Isoro had become close. I'll be okay, eventually. Ballastar's camp is taking it a lot harder. Adjusting to the death of a loved one is a painful transition, especially someone like Isoro. Maybe I should make them something nice before I... Before you what? Well, truth to tell, I've been thinking about stepping down as camp cook. Oh, that's a shame. Your food really brightened people's spirits around here.
I can't thank you enough.
I know, and it's not like I don't feel appreciated. But I just keep wondering if I should be doing something a little more substantive. Oh, like what?
Ooh.
I'm not sure. I don't know yet myself. Well, you're not the only person rethinking the role around here right now. Something tells me a lot of things are about to change. When you have a better idea what you're looking for, just let me know. I will. Thank you. Maybe she could become a healer. Should we give her our last gift? Or should we try and just push for bigger gains down here? With 35, we could do camp activity with Clara and then either Johanna or Robert and give a gift. Do I think I need to get Clara or Johanna up to recruitable really quickly before Ballastar comes back and does something bad? Same goes for getting Leonard up to the next step. I'm just not sure. Let's go check in on Marshall and then head down towards the training grounds. Ah, there's something here on her desk. I'm certain neither of us have the appetite for spycraft right now. Oh! Of course. Lady Marshall. I'm certain neither of us has the appetite for spycraft right now, so I'll keep this brief. Here's a summary of actions completed at your request before leaving Hullisburg. Attempted to provide medical care to injured survivors. Unfortunately, most were resistant to my help. Assisted in grave digging efforts. Recorded the names of all dead for eventual memorialization or compensation. Donated all gold at my disposal, as well as some personal effects I could do without, including the silver cutlery Adrian gifted me in Le Royeur. I do not think he would mind. I only wish I could have done more. On that note, when you are ready, we should talk about what comes next. Leonard. She looks cold. And I don't just mean physically cold, I mean spiritually cold. She looks like she feels unwelcome here. And I can definitely see things progressing in that direction if we're not careful.
Yes?
Hey, how are you holding up? Lately? By a thread. Yeah, I know what you mean. Hullisburg, Isoro's death, it's all too much. I keep thinking... No, never mind.
I'm listening.
No, what is it? I'm wondering if I made a mistake. You mean joining the rebels? I don't think that's what she means. Following me? No, that's the one choice I'm not questioning right now. So please, don't give me any reasons to start. Alright, my lady. You rest, and if you ever need to come share your thoughts and feelings, I imagine we'll be there for you. What a terrible state the camp is in. I saw a glitter. I was going to go the other way in case there were people there. I saw a glitter here. This is the Eastern Camp after all. Goodbye, Hullisburg. You were not my home, and will not be for anyone anymore. Goodbye, Hullisburg. I'm sorry we came, and sorry to go like a beast out the door. Goodbye, Hullisburg. I will not forget. What do I stand for? The rest is angrily scratched out. It would seem Francisco is seriously questioning the whole purpose of the rebellion and his place in it right now. We should probably go talk to him and cheer him up a bit. Help him set his mind in the right frame. I saw white. Not Francisco, but Leon, and there's something on the ground beside him. Glistening and gleaming there, yet another written document. We don't know who wrote this. It could well be Leon. Hi, Ma. I miss you every day. I've been without you now for more years than you were alive. Sometimes I still can't believe it. I used to wonder if it would get easier as I got older. Turns out the answer is no. I don't know how you did it. Raising a kid in this world, 2 counting Eden. I guess things were calmer back then after the war. They sure felt calmer. Or maybe that was just you shielding us from it all, and I can barely take care of myself. Did you ever get angry at all? You must have. But I never saw you cry or complain. Maybe you just hid it. But how do you hide a feeling like this? I feel like I want to crawl out of my skin. We saw some bad stuff today. I'm scared we're going to see more. All I want to do is run, but I know I can't. He's family, the stubborn idiot. If we don't look out for him, who will? I wish you were here. Maybe it's better you're not. Oh. He really is struggling with the burden of this pain and hardship.
Hey.
Let's share a moment with him. Leon, are you alright? I don't even know how to answer that. Things are changing so quickly. What's gonna happen now? This war's not over yet. But I promise, things will get better. They have to. We tell ourselves these things every day. Fortunately, they often turn out to be true. Let's head over to the graveyard, where surely a few kind souls are gathered in remembrance. Cemetery, not ceremony. It looked like ceremony the first time I saw it ever so briefly, but then I looked closer. Wait, what? Oh, it's Geo saying Isoro's name. I was thinking if anyone could help us with Ballastar, it would be Isoro. Geo, rather.
Sometimes he was like a kindly uncle. Other times, a general straight out of a storybook. I knew this war would get ugly eventually. But something like this? It's like a fog has fallen over all of us. I don't know how anyone can stand it.
All of Benario is grieving today. Things will get better with time. I hope.
I just wish we had more time to mourn. But I suppose Isoro wouldn't want us broken-hearted on his account anyway. Regardless, we must pick ourselves up and never forget the grace we've been given.
She's sounding pretty determined there. I should have picked up those 5 supply crates when I was in the communal area. I apologize, lad, but I'm not in the mood to talk. I understand. I could turn around and sprint away, but that would be particularly callous, given the circumstances. They're both grieving, and I should have a little more sense than that. Obviously now I can leave camp. I absolutely should not. I've got a couple of side activities to take care of, including an optional battle. I think Eden might sit that one out, if he's not required for battle, as he's one of the higher level characters, and it will be a chance for our lower level characters to play catch up. Also, I will completely revise the training schedule, and see if that helps. You know, take everyone out, put people back in. And there's Francisco waiting for us. We've got something to take back to him. Something he misses. Something he desires. Oh, Francisco, you're a fine one to speak of focus. Here.
How's it going?
you're missing this. Francisco, I saw your post on my board. You looking for some papers?
What'd you say?
Oh, crap. Do you have them? If you do, please hand them over. Look, here you go.
Yes.
Alright, settle down. Here you go. Oh, thanks, brother. You didn't read it, did you? Never you mind.
How's it going?
And while we're here... Francisco, you're training at a time like this? No better time. Helps take my mind off things. If you want to spar, let me know. If not, please leave me alone.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I think I understand. But
How's it
while I'm
going?
here... I thought you'd be training. What's got you going around in a circle? Nothing, I'm just looking for something. Something like this? Hey, that's my note. How did you get it? I found it on the ground by the southern outpost. Ah, it blew away over there. No wonder I couldn't find it. You didn't happen to read it, did you? More like glance at it. Why? Is it private? Nah, nothing like that. So, what did you think? Think of what?
I'm gonna lose
You said you read it, right? I'm asking for your thoughts, brother. Honestly, I can't really read your handwriting. Uh-huh. Your name was the only part I could make out. That's why I returned it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. What is this anyway? It doesn't seem like a diary page. They're lyrics. What, lyrics? Yeah, song lyrics. I wrote them myself. Ah, that's what you were scribbling the other day. Huh? I know you like to sing when you get a few cups in, so, is it strange? No, not at all. Just surprising. So what kind of stuff do you write about? Well, nothing special. I just got a little homesick and jotted down a few thoughts. So what are the lyrics about? I'm still working on them. They're not quite finished yet. I'll show you the finished version when they're done. Alright, brother. I'm looking forward to it. Wow, we might even get to hear him sing later on. And as he's right here, we might want to give him a boost at some point. Throat's still very dry. Dahlia's here. And as I said, she's all business. She doesn't care for personal relations. I see a yellow diamond and shall move towards it. Ah, Rosalina. Rosalina, I'm so sorry that this happened. You were certainly a close aid to his sorrow. With your abilities, I know that you'll be just as great an asset to Ballastar as well. If I can be of any help, please don't hesitate to ask. Right. Well, we didn't get much out of her, but that's only to be expected, really. Alright. Wait. We have something important to settle. And it is to be with Andrea. Let's get some bow training in. Eden's archery is atrocious. And a bit of leather armor training too. And get ready to press unexpected buttons on the keyboard, really suddenly at short notice. Eden will level 19 Knight against Andrea will level 19 Hunter, who's obviously much better with the bow and leather armor. Okay, we have the health advantage, but she'll have the damage advantage. Also, we're making some good guard rolls. Space! Failed apparently, so we won't get a big gain out of this. Well, we got a rapport increase of her, so that's good. We got some experience out of it. Wasn't expecting the spacebar. Normally it's up around the QWERTY UEOP area at the top of the keyboard. Well, the QWESD area. So at least that's taken care of. Let's see who else is here. There's a couple of people over there. Looks like some of Ballastar's company invading our training area once again, as they frequently like to do. I mean, they're free to use the facilities, but they do seem to be spying on our training. And it's these two again. Weren't they here last time as well? Ah. Free camp activities, free gifts. We've had the horse training activity, we've had the mandatory stuff with Andrea. So we only really get one now. Selena has nothing to say. Her sister is here, that's hardly unusual. Busy training, Lila? Yeah, though I don't have any partners at the moment. Care to join me? It's not exactly the best time, is it? Not really in the mood. Exactly. Moping around won't solve anything. Better to stay busy.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm just busy enough as it is. Why don't you go train with Francisco? He's... Oh yeah, you're a vice commander or something now, right? Well, good luck with that. We could use some good leadership right now. Seriously. Her and Francisco could train together at the moment. Let's head back over here and see if shooting me with arrows helped her get through a huffy up state.
Yeah?
So, how do you feel? Get all that rage worked out?
Better than earlier, anyway.
That's good to hear.
Don't worry. I'm not really gonna go causing trouble.
I know you're not.
Eden.
Yeah?
Sarah and I aren't here for them. We came with you. So, don't let us down, okay?
You can trust me.
Oh, that was a big boost. Soldier's badge. That would appeal to militant types, right? Let's go get those supply crates before I forget them. Then I can go up there, hand them in to the taskmaster.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah. Ah. Porter. Oh gods. Hey Porter. Oh Eden, my apologies. I was preoccupied with other thoughts. I understand. Isoro, right? Yes, he was quite the individual. I don't know what to say. It seems like I wish Stella was here to... Who's this Stella person?
Yeah.
Oh, a friend of mine. She runs a trading company in Kyoto. She's a delight, puts a smile on anyone's face. Sounds like a good friend to have. Though I heard they recently closed up shop. She said she wants to join the war and do her part. A merchant that knows how to fight? And fight well too. She's especially gifted with a bow. To tell you the truth, she's a better shot than most mercenaries I know. Sounds interesting. Kyron would probably have an interest in that. Let me know if you want to recruit her. I'll reach out. Stella, a merchant with combat skills? I can't say I'm not interested.
Welcome back.
In fact, let's just pick up those crates first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I paid 125. Should probably also get a few small potions as well.
Many thanks.
How are people doing for consumables? We're getting to the point where small recovery potions aren't as helpful anymore, and medium recovery potions will probably do a better job. Also, we have an optional battle coming up, and I'm not entirely sure who will be in it, but it'll be as many low-level characters as possible. Obviously, the ones at the tail end were fully kitted out because they didn't take part in the battle anyway.
Welcome back.
Want me to get in touch with Stella? You know what? Oh! I see. I see. Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
Please contact her for me. A merchant and an archer? I like that. Oh, you'll like her even better in person. That takes us down to 10 leadership points. Too low for a camp activity, but now we do have an additional gift. Taking us to 2 gifts, which we could hand out. One for Sarah, one for Clara, I think. That's going to be, oh, documents, okay. Let's go hand these in. At this point, getting as many characters as we possibly can for aids, so up to a total of 20, seems like a good idea. There will probably be characters later we'd like to pick up. We'll give them the supply crates. No need to read out this repeated dialogue. I'm sure they will appreciate whatever we can give. All 5 supply crates. Message board. Look, it's right here. Finally. We gave Francisco back his lost Doggerel. It's Doggerel, isn't it? We gave those in progress. Defeat 20 bandits. Create a training plan. Why has that not worked? Well, I'll go do something about that then. Now, Robert is habitually in this area and should be available for this camp activity every time we camp now.
Well, well.
I think
Look who it is.
I can risk handing over a gift. Now, this is the same category as the spear she liked, so hopefully she'll like this as well.
Thanks.
And she did. So let's go back in here and do this.
Hello.
Look, I'm going to give you this. Don't squander it. And don't hate it, please. She seemed to like that enough. It wasn't a massive gain, but it was a gain. Right. Training. Sorting out training. We have people who need to train. So let us train people. I can click Start Training. Now let's do it again. Who needs what? Right, Francisco could be going Berserker. Leon could be going Assassin. Robert has what he needs. Unless he wants the elemental magic training and the axe training. Robin could do axe training. Leonard, axe and plate. Marshall as well. Okay, let's start here. How did you get a bit of... Oh, the shield training, right, yeah. That's one person. Andrea doesn't need anything massively. Lavana is elemental magic for her alternate mastery, isn't she? Leonard, get him a bit more axe training, a bit more plate. Right. Gabriel's good. Dahlia, what would she train? Spear? Axe? Oh, bow. Yeah. Oh, you know what actually? Karin, some light magic training for that Templar class. A bit of cloth armor. Pretend she's got the priest class. Getting that axe training up for Robin would be good. Sword for Leon? Sure. There we go. I prefer actual combat, but I guess this has its place. I'm sure you'll find a good use for it. And that should be a training program. Finally! Alright. 10 for defeating 20 bandits. Well, that will be something we're going to definitely attempt in our next optional battle, which will happen in the next episode. For now, though, I'm going to leave this one here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one. Somewhat morose and mourning though it has been. And I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'm going to say goodbye for now, though, and cheerio, everyone. See you all next time.